I thought it was really fun, and I really appreciated that there was opportunity to go back and forth a little bit. So I thought it was fun.
Is there something that you wish would have come out that didn't?
So many things. First of all, we didn't get to talk too much about the rural issues, and because of the nature of our district, so much of it is rural, and especially the basin. I'm concerned about the basin and making sure that we are cognizant of the need to have good transportation, roads to get in and out. We also absolutely need to work towards getting a rail system so we can get oil and gas out of the basin. We also need additional industries to be in the basin to allow people to live where they want to live. And part of that is going to be super fast internet. We need to have super fast internet everywhere, especially rural areas, so that people can live where they want to live and still be able to fully participate in the worldwide economy.
We've seen the coal industry, for instance, suffer as power suppliers have moved away from coal. Do you think that's something that might affect the basin area with its high sulfur crude oil, that it might become not cost effective to use that energy source? And should there be federal involvement in encouraging use of those fuels?
I think what we need is a diversity of industries in the basin, and I don't know. What I love about the basin is that they're helping us be energy independent. We need to continue to be energy independent. I think it's a national security issue. So as far as the grade of oil that comes out of there, I couldn't speak to that, but I think that we need to continue to federal government's responsibility to set the table for what we want to see happen, right? It's not to force or anything like that, but when it comes to transportation dollars, I think that has a big impact in making sure that we are able to meet the needs of folks out in the basin.
You made your support of President Trump quite clear, especially in the
Yes.
debate.
Mm-hmm.
What is it that is it part of his agenda that attracts you?
I think that President Trump is different than any other president that I can remember. And there's three things I really like. Okay, first of all, he has been really strong on the pro-life issue, which is very important to me and many other people. Second thing, I mentioned in the debate the fact that he actually is removing barriers for small businesses, for industry, for our people involved in natural resources to be able to do their jobs. And I really love that. I appreciate that. And that's what we're going to need as we move into the new frontier. We need more of that. So we have the rules and regulations that make sense, but no more than that. The third thing that I appreciate about President Trump is his strong stance on China. And nobody has been able to see China for what they are as clearly as President Trump. And I think that we have potentially 4 more years of President Trump. China's in this for the long game, and we need to have a strategy in place so that we can deal long term with China. And so I appreciate President Trump's leadership on that.
I think I read somewhere where China educates 100 times more engineers every year than the United States does. What do you think we should be doing about that?
We need to be our states need to be investing in STEM education, and I think we are. I believe education belongs at the hyper-local level. So families first, then your locality. I don't think that it's federal responsibility. However, when it comes to setting the table, as I've mentioned, we do want to make sure that we have we're growing our own engineers right here, so that they can have the great jobs that are available here in the United States.
Well, on education more broadly, what role should the federal government play in
Less.
in K-12 and in university level?
Less. I think that nobody cares about our kids as much as we care about our kids. And I love the idea of multiple things. Number one, I think I love the system that we have where states can invent and figure out what works best for them. I love that. But as we have seen through coronavirus, there is a new frontier opening with education, and we might be able to do a hybrid of online and in person, and we're going to actually have to do that as we reopen our schools. And the idea of an a la carte education model is really exciting to me, so that parents could choose the right teacher for the right subject for their kid is really exciting. And I think it's possible, and I think we've proved that through coronavirus. And shout out to all the teachers who have worked so hard to be creative and engage those kids through this time, and it's inspiring to see what they've been able to do. Now with higher ed, this is going to be interesting. I want to see prices come down on education, because I think we've proved that we can get a really good education and you don't have to take up space in a room. You know, you can be at your desk in your home and learning. I think there are cost savings to be realized here, and I think it might be we can bring down the prices of tuition.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate your time.
Okay, awesome.